Well, parents have a right to know what their kids are doing. Some of them log on to their kids' Facebook accounts, monitor their text or phone conversations, but that doesn't mean the kids have the right to the same access to their parents' personal lives. Gay Edelman is the senior editor of Family Circle magazine. You guys had a wonderful article in the magazine talking about what's too much information to give out to your kids and what's not, right? And some parents, you say, are crossing the line.
Absolutely. Parents want to be friends with their kids. They want to talk to them about everything, but it's not a good idea. It's better to do the sensitive things with friends, with your spouse, and save some things off limits for talking.
We have to make a conscious effort to stop doing some of these things here. Let's go with the first point here, that you're furious with your husband. You shouldn't talk about that in front of the kids.
Right. Don't talk about that. Kids identify with the other parent, and they're going to feel put on the spot. They're going to feel like they have to choose sides. Not a good idea.
That's interesting. I never would have thought about that. You're just expressing your feelings, but the kids are internalizing it and taking it in a little too much. Okay. Also, money's a big issue these days. Some parents, feel like they want to discuss it, but they don't realize the kids are in the room and they take that in as well, too.
Right. They so do not need to know how freaked out you are. They do need to know why you're cutting back and how you're cutting back, but you just don't want to dump it on them, because what are they going to do? They don't know what to do. They don't have any tools to cope with these things, so they're going to feel overwhelmed.
Okay. And then also, this is an important part, when you get married, a lot of women want to complain about the sister-in-law or the mother-in-law, but they do that in front of the kids as well, too. Same thing there?
Kind of the same thing there, too. Yeah, you don't want to do that. First of all, it could get back to the sister-in-law, and now you've got a family feud. Not a good idea.
Right.
The other thing, though, and probably this is more important, Audra, is that the kid then will not be able to form a relationship with the other adult. And kids really need other safe adults in their life as a resource. And you really want your kids to have that.
Right, because they may feel their loyalty is towards their mom or their dad, and they see the other person as the enemy as well. Okay, good point. I didn't think about that. And then how much you hate their best friend. Why is that a big issue?
Well, kids come over and they're rude and they're all over the place. But what you want to do is make sure not to diss your kid's friend, because what happens is that puts a wedge between you and your kid. What you can do, if you really, really can't keep your mouth shut, what you want to do is just talk about the behavior. That's something we focus on a lot in Family Circle magazine. Talk about the behaviors. So instead of that Susie is just somebody not to like, say, I don't like when she calls after 11 o'clock.
Specific issues that you point out.
Keep it very specific and don't dwell on it
And
too
last
much.
but not least, and this is a big one, the iffy things you did when you were in college. When the kids ask, hey, Mom and Dad, did you guys do this? Did you do that?
No. Nix on the confession. You just don't want to do that.
Okay.
What you need to do is focus on the kid's life going forward. So bring it back to your family principles. Just redirect the conversation and say, I don't approve of underage drinking and drugs. And really just keep it in the present, keep the kid focused. What you did back then doesn't matter.
They don't need to know. That's a whole other can of worms. Thank you so much. This is great information. We appreciate you coming on as well, too. And you can go to FamilyCircle.com to find out some of the other ways that you might be giving your kids too much information, or as always, you can pick up the latest issue of Family Circle magazine. It's on stands now.
This has been Better.tv. For more stories like the one you just saw, catch the weekday television program Better, your source for styles, trends, relationships, beauty, fitness, and other stories that will help make your day better. Check local TV listings to see if Better airs in your city. Thanks for watching.